What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. What we're going to be doing today is exploring the economics of the ecoATM. It's a relatively new startup technology company that will buy any phone, tablet, and I believe laptop from you, just right from this kiosk that they put inside of malls, Walmarts. And we're going to be taking a look at the business model, the way that it works, how they're able to turn a profit. We're going to be exploring, is it a scam? I will be selling an iPhone 7 at the kiosk to show you exactly how it works, so I'll walk you through the entire process. We'll get it on video, and we're going to sell it regardless of what the price comes back at, so you can kind of get a good idea of what your phone might sell for, because a lot of people are upgrading from the iPhone 7 now, or are considering an upgrade. If you upgrade every 2 years, then you'll be considering an upgrade in the next season here, as the new iPhones are slated to come out in early September, I believe. I'll put information up about that on the screen if I do find more information about the speculative release dates for those iPhones. Now, I do want to thank you so much for taking a look at the video, and we're going to hop in the car and get headed down there. So we're talking about the economics of ecoATM. We're actually on our way to sell this iPhone 7 right here. We're going to sell it no matter what the price comes back at, and we're going to show you exactly how that process works. I did do a little bit of research into the history of ecoATM. I know they were acquired by Gazelle's parent company in 2015. I'm not sure when they started, although I did find an article talking about them being a hot startup in San Diego in 2010, I believe. But if I find any more information on that, I will actually put it on the screen right here. The way that this works is you walk up to this machine, tell it what you have, give it a condition rating, and then they'll pop out a price. Typically, they offer you much less than the phone is worth, and we'll talk about at the end here what may be some better options for you if you do intend on selling your device and don't know a whole lot about phones and need to do it quickly. But needless to say, we are going to sell the phone. We're going to walk you through the process, and at the very end I'll tell you if I think this is a good idea for you. Now, as far as their profit margins go, I think they're probably extremely high. However, unlike Gazelle, which will buy your devices and then fix them to sell them, they actually don't fix devices. So I'm sure that there's a defection rate. I'm not sure what that is, and again, if I find any information on that, I will go ahead and pop that on screen now. But there is a defection rate, and that means that they have to include that in the margin, in their profit margin, so they can't offer you as much. Okay, so we're here at Walmart. We're gonna really try not to get kicked out of the store. We're gonna try and film this for you guys, so wish us luck. in order to wrap this up, I do want to talk a little bit more about the economic side of ecoATM. So I did find a little bit more information on this website called i3 Connect. Everything that I find here I'll link down in the description if you'd like to take a look at it. ecoATM was founded in 2008. It was headquartered in San Diego, California. It looks like it did take a while to get going off of the ground, but it was especially accelerated once it was purchased by Gazelle's parent company. If you don't know who Gazelle is, you can go to gazelle.com, and what they allow you to do is very similar to ecoATM. They have you package up your device and send it in, and they actually do an inspection on it first, and they give you a pre-quote, and if your device meets their quality standards once it arrives, then they'll pay you at that point. They'll send you the check. And so it does take quite a bit longer, but they are able to do a little bit more quality control. With ecoATM, of course, you can walk straight up to the machine, get cash now. I'm not sure, maybe I'll do kind of a test on this later, but I'm not sure what the difference would be in price. In fact, I'll see if I can get a quote for an iPhone 7, and I'll also show that to you guys here. So, as you can see, on Gazelle's website, I was able to get a quote of $160 for the same iPhone that I turned in at the ecoATM. They are able to offer me more, like I said, because of quality control purposes. I'll send the device to them, they'll make sure that everything is as described, and assuming that it all checks out, which in this case it would, they would send me a check in the mail. This is able to work because if the phone isn't as described, what they do is just send you the phone back, and you don't get your money. So, at ecoATM, they aren't able to control for that sort of thing. That's why they have to offer you less. So as you can see here, I've actually found a sold eBay listing. I was looking through and kind of trying to find the median sale price. This is as best as I could find. It looks like it's selling for around the $300 mark, 32 gigabyte with AT&T. So they are making a good chunk of money here. However, you have to remember that on eBay, this person's probably only walking away with about $240 after eBay fees, paying for shipping, and everything else that's involved with that. So do keep that in mind, but with ecoATM, because of the fact that my phone was in good condition, they're going to be making over 100% profit even after all of the fees. With Gazelle, they probably make about a 70% profit, which is still pretty huge. So if you can figure out a way to sell it on eBay yourself, that's probably your best bet as far as money goes. Either way, I believe that you should be able to get a little bit more with Gazelle just because they have less defection. Because if a device does not meet their standards, or if it's not as described, they'll either pay less for it, or they won't take it at all. ecoATM does a good job trying to control for these things. They scan the device. I think they're able to tell if the screen is cracked or if the phone is majorly damaged, but some things they're just not going to be able to test for. Internal components, I guess speakers and aux cord and things like, or I'm sorry, aux input or things like that. They wouldn't be able to test for. So they're going to have to account for that when they're giving you a quote, meaning that you're probably going to get less for your device. Something else that's interesting between the two companies, Gazelle actually refurbishes devices before they sell them, and ecoATM does not do that. If a device isn't at a point where it can be resold, then it's probably going to be recycled rather than resold. So if a device is able to be sold, they're going to go ahead and sell it. Now, what would I recommend for you? That depends. The answer is a little bit tricky on that one. But I know from my experience in buying phones on different for sale apps like OfferUp, Craigslist, that sort of thing, and then flipping them on eBay, that I would pay a lot more for an iPhone 7 than the ecoATM did. And I know that you could get the money pretty quick, probably within 24 hours if you threw that iPhone up on OfferUp, for example, or Mercari or something like that, and asked $125, $140 even, you could probably get somebody to pay you that very, very, very quickly. You'd probably have people competing to give you the money. Now, what this is good for is somebody that hasn't tested the device, doesn't know if it works properly, or somebody that really doesn't want to deal with meeting up with other people, isn't technology savvy, or other things like that. If you're socially anxious or something like that, then ecoATM may be perfect for you. Just know that you're not going to get as much money as if you put in the legwork to sell it on eBay, or if you posted it on a meetup app like OfferUp or something like that. So in conclusion, is it a ripoff? Yes. So if you do decide to use it, please let me know how it goes. Tell me how much you get for your device, and don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you coming to the channel, and as we're starting out here, any support, any comments, likes, subscriptions, it's going to mean a whole lot to me. I'll make sure to respond to anybody that's commenting. So thank you very much.